Everyone here, show me your right hand.
That's the problem, right?
Here lies the problem. What hand is this?
It's the left, so.
Don't look at it. I've been there all your life. Come on. So when he says turn to your right, you ought to turn that way.
Sir.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Hands down.
Is everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Listen, you gotta focus on the pizza now.
I'm hungry.
I need a break. When I say turn to the right, everybody put their right arm up. Turn to the right. There we go. I want you to follow me. Go.
Soldier, our troop. It's too late for excuse. What you gonna do?
Shalom, I'm Arthur Bailey, apostle and overseer of Arthur Bailey Ministries and host of Israel International, inviting you to join us for Searching the Scriptures on this station every Sunday at 9 a.m. I look forward to searching the Scriptures with you and your family. That's 9 a.m. on Sunday. Check it out, and your life will never be the same in Yeshua's name.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the Foreign Affairs Minister takes regional concerns to the United Nations. A former parliamentarian remembered. A closer look at the ZNS rebrand. And in sports, legendary Hawk passes. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Jiminita Swain. Thanks so much for joining us. What to do about Haiti? A question that has been put to leaders of the global sphere as violence and unrest in the country continues. For Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry, the answer is more boots on the ground, a suggestion he put to the United Nations Security Council on Friday, a move also supported by Foreign Affairs Minister the Honorable Fred Mitchell. Anthony Smith tells us more.
We do not accept the gospel according to No when it comes to Haiti.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, holding feet to fire, this time at the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, where he urged the intergovernmental body to take a stance on matters concerning Haiti, tasking the global body with this.
We must approve with haste a UN Security Council-backed resolution on a multinational force for Haiti. So first, I'd like to thank the government of Kenya for pledging to lead a multinational force to improve the security issues in Haiti. We in the Bahamas plan to join them, as does Jamaica, and other Caribbean countries have pledged humanitarian support.
His comments coming after Kenya last month pledged to deploy a contingency of some 100 officers to the politically torn nation. The United States going further to pledge $100 million to support those efforts. Pointing to the exploitation the First Black Republic has faced since its inception, Mitchell says the Western world owes Haiti and its people and must help to resolve their issues.
First, they were forced to pay some $20 billion in today's money to be let alone by their former colonial masters. Then they were, in the 20th century, ruled by an invading military for 2 decades that took all the wealth from their treasury and forced the payments back to Washington, D.C. And today, we wonder why the situation is as dire as it is.
At present, Haiti is plagued by growing gang factions, violence, and murder. The severity of the country's unrest forcing hundreds to take to the high seas, fleeing from Haiti's shores in search of a better life. As countries around the world await the United Nations response, a CARICOM-led Eminence Persons group seeks to find solutions following a recent mission. Meantime, Minister Mitchell sending this message to the people of Haiti.
I urge the people of Haiti, especially the leaders of Haiti today, to do all that they can to continue to work toward a Haitian-led political settlement, and it will take compromise to do so.
Well, last month, the Bahamas pledged to send 150 officers to Haiti as a part of a multinational force, the country awaiting the approved United Nations Security Council resolution to do so. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoinette Smith.
In other news, police need your help tonight in locating Jamaican national 17-year-old Kirk Omar Bailey, who escaped custody from the Carmichael Road Detention Center on Friday. Preliminary reports reveal that Bailey, who was detained for immigration purposes and was discovered missing around 8 a.m. He is described as having a light brown complexion, slim build, brown eyes, a black afro with a scar under his nose. He stands about 5 feet 9 inches tall and was last seen dressed in a red shirt with either white stripes or printed letters, skinny jeans, and white tennis shoes. Now, anyone with information that can assist police in locating Bailey is asked to contact 911-919, the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Also making news tonight, 3 prime ministers, family, and others who loved him converged on Sandals Emerald Bay Friday to celebrate the life and legacy of the late George Smith, the man whose legacy they say still lives on. Cleopatra Murphy has that story.
He served as Member of Parliament for Exuma for 29 years and was one of the signatories of the Bahamas Constitution. And although George Smith died in May, his memory still draws a crowd. Family, friends, and the political elite turned up to celebrate the life of a man they say was a patriot and friend, a man who loved Exuma and was an advocate for the poor and disenfranchised. His brother Philip Smith reminisced on the character of the sibling he says gave selflessly.
George believed firmly that there should never ever be limitations on doing good. And that if you were to lead, you looked for an opportunity to do good.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, also on hand to celebrate Smith, says he was much more than a leader and colleague, but a friend and a trouble, but the good kind. A man he says was committed to fighting and advocating for what he believed.
Looking back through the historic lens of the 1960s, George was the man on the front lines, advocating tirelessly for fairness, equality, and the rights of every individual, dedicating his energies to the National Committee for Positive Action. His perseverance, even when he didn't win the 1967 election, spoke volumes about his unwavering love for his country.
Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Exuma and Ragged Island, the Honourable Chester Cooper, says his friend and mentor was a pillar to the community in Exuma, who will always be remembered for speaking his truth. He was also committed to building a better Exuma and Bahamas.
And from the very beginning, George was a force for positive change in our community. He possessed an unwavering belief in the potential of Exuma and its people. And when you look at Exuma today, it's easy to believe that all of this happened by chance. But since 1968, for 29 years, George was actively engaged and involved in advancing the island of Exuma and its people.
As a final homage to the former Exuma MP for nearly 3 decades, family members were presented a portrait in his liking. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
The local civic and sporting community mourning the death of sports advocate and former president of the Bahamas Amateur Athletic Association, Alpheus Finlayson. The sports figure died yesterday at the age of 76, just weeks after the death of his wife. Alpheus became the first Bahamian elected to the 27-member council of the IAAF, the world governing body of track and field. He is also a National Sports Hall of Fame inductee. In 1992, he was president of the Bahamas Amateur Athletic Association when triple jumper Frank Rutherford won bronze in the Barcelona Olympics, the first track and field medal for the Bahamas. More on his life and legacy during the ZNS News Sports Report later in our newscast. Still to come, a new look for an historic broadcast institution. We'll explain when the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, returns.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
This portion of the news is brought to you by FoCall SmartPass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome back. As interest grows surrounding the recent relaunch of ZNS Television, inclusive of a suite of new and revamped programming, an exciting announcement also made regarding primetime television. According to General Manager Clint Watson, the 7 p.m. newscast will be split into 2 shows, a shorter, updated 30-minute live package of The Bahamas Tonight, along with a second live news broadcast dubbed The Bahamas Tonight. Access now.
This second half hour will feature sports, weather, family island news, tourism news, nightlife, live interviews, spots, interviews, and the likes. And of course, it's hosted by our weekend anchor who will now move to weeknights. This is an advertiser's paradise.
I am Jimenita Swain, your anchor for The Bahamas Tonight. Access now, a brand new show that reimagines the second half of the nightly national news starting at 7:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. A different twist on featured stories and segments from all over the Bahamas. Watson also sharing on the enhanced Bahamas Tonight at 11 p.m. with a new face at BCB, Royston Jones.
So if you need more news coverage or the latest on a story that broke in the 7 o'clock news, then look no further. For the first time in recent times, I don't know if it ever happened before, the Broadcasting Corporation will introduce a new 11 o'clock news.
Hi everyone, I'm Royston Jones with your news at 11. Details of the new deal are expected to be officially released tomorrow morning, but we've got an exclusive preview tonight.
It's all about materializing a dream, a successful family-friendly event held Friday night at the Atlantis Resort, bringing to stage a first-of-its-kind Japanese-influenced variety show. The event, which started at 7 p.m., included acts like juggling, choreographed routines, and karate moves, all to highlight young people, but to also assist a future medical student with achieving his dream of becoming a doctor. Sensei Manari Lightborn shares more.
feels cool. It feels natural. The challenges were between getting the people to be here, traffic, that with our normal problems as Bahamians in our country, in our island. So, just the traffic, being able to be here on time. Much appreciation to Atlantis Resort for allowing us to have this happen. And Rhythm in Motion Studios. And so now that everything is coming together really nicely, and as the show is playing right now, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling.
With the event now behind him, Lightbourne says the work continues.
I'll be moving to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's where my school is located. So once this show is over, this event is over, and I can secure sufficient funds for that, I'll be going off, I'll be studying, putting my best foot forward to become a doctor and come back to the Bahamas where I can help our fellow Bahamians. And more than likely, this won't be the last show.
This was a week of triumph, sadness, and reset here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, but Corval Pryfrom reminds us of why it's still worth a smile.
We smile this week for what new beginnings look like.
We are relaunching, rebranding, because for many decades now, not much has happened.
A reset for us here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
It's been over a decade since the Broadcasting Corporation underwent any significant upgrades.
We are turning a page here at ZNS.
Today, that changes.
With excitement, some trepidations, but with a firm understanding of our responsibilities to you.
Whether it be on the screen or behind the camera, the staff at the BCB have put their efforts and creative concepts together to create the new ZNS.
Only the sun does, in fact, cover the Bahamas better than ZNS. And our sunlight was made a bit dimmer by news of our colleague and friend's passing. Natalie Martinborough from our Northern Service, whose career at the BCB spanned nearly 40 years, lost a courageous fight to cancer this week. We are deeply saddened but able to smile because of what she gave to each of us. We will miss her, but never will we forget her. She brightened us all with her smile, and so we'll all try to continue to do that with the understanding that a smile lightens the load and never costs a thing. Here's to a great weekend and a super week ahead. I'm Corval Pryfrom for the Bahamas Tonight. In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. We start off this evening's sportscast with some somber news as the country has lost one of its most influential sports figures and longtime advocate and official, Alpheus Hawk Finlayson, who we understand passed away overnight at the age of 76. Finlayson's passing comes just weeks after the death of his wife, who was buried earlier today. As an advocate for the development of sports in the country, he served as co-captain of the St. John's University track team, president of the Pioneer Sporting Club, and president of the Bahamas Amateur Athletic Association from 1989 to 1997. He was also elected vice president of the Central American and Caribbean Athletic Confederation, as well as vice president of the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Area Athletic Associations. He made history when he became the first Bahamian to be elected to the 27-member council of the IAAF, the world governing body of track and field. Ultimately, for his feats, he was elected to the National Sports Hall of Fame. Reflecting on Hawk's passing was Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag.
Well, when it comes to a name Hawk Kingston, as he's especially known, called Hawk, that's a legendary name in the arena of track and field. Hawk was like a guiding star. He had a great passion for sports, especially track and field, and then he shared that in the local and international arena. What P3 is, I think that was when we won our first Bahamian Olympic medal in track and field.
Close friend Stanley Mitchell reflecting on Hawk's legacy.
He was, affable fella. He wasn't afraid of anything. He would walk up to you if you looked like he used to say somebody. And you'd be at a track meet and there'd be all these people and, you get these ID badges if you're in the VIP lounge or if you have some kind of credentials for something. And he'd walk right up to a person, flip over their thing and say, "Oh, that's who you are." Not, "Should I know your name? You were so-and-so." And he was a walking encyclopedia of people in track and field like that. And he really loved the sport. I mean, I have never seen anybody love track and field like this friend of mine, Hawk Fenderson, did.
More tributes to come in a later sportscast. On behalf of the Zenith Soul sports team, we would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of Alpheus Hawk Finlayson. Again, he was 76 years old. In Government League basketball news, the championship series is now set. This after the Police Crime Stoppers would punch their ticket to the big game, knocking off the defending champions in the process. The Crime Stoppers eking out an 84-70 win in a winner-take-all Game 5 last night at the AF Adderley Gymnasium. Michael Furley-Bain led the way for the Crime Stoppers with 21 points. Kimsey Sylvester had 19 in the loss. The championship series is now set as it will be the aforementioned Crime Stoppers taking on the Baines and Grantstown Cybots.
I would like to congratulate the Panthers on a fine season that they had. They were defending champions, and I think they had an awesome season. A good team. I want to congratulate them. But as for the game tonight, this was Game 5. The pressure was more on them than us because they are the defending champions. My guys, I think we wanted it more. We made shots. We played defense like we practiced, and I think we're happy with the win. Now we're looking forward to the next round.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Saturday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your Central Bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
Which of us you choose,
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Are you a Bahamian artist? Do you love your Bahamian culture? Are you ready for an opportunity of a lifetime? Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group cordially invites you to submit your unreleased Rake and Scrape single now and join the League of Extraordinary Musical Talents. We're seeking authenticity, innovation, and the quintessential Bahamian flair that sets your music apart. To showcase your talent on Island Jams Volume 3. So, simply share your private YouTube, SoundCloud links, or MP3 with us via email at keepthevibelive242@gmail.com. Our ears are tuned to greatness, and we can't wait to discover the next start of Raise Our Island Jams album series. Join hands with the best of the best as we craft a musical journey that echoes through time. Don't miss your chance to shine among the brightest musical talents. Songwriters, producers, artists, and become a part of Island Jams Volume 3.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimenita. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 81 degrees, relative humidity 76%. We have east-northeast winds at 11 miles per hour, the barometric pressure at 1,011.9 millibars. That is 29.87 inches. And your temperatures around the family of islands, 75 degrees in Marshall, Babico, Grand Key at 72, 72 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands, 81, Alisar, Bimini, 77 degrees, 74 in Harbour Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 82 degrees, 82 also in Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space on Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Artisan, Kent Island, San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, all reporting 84 degrees, 85s in Ragged Island, Clarence, San Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matitani, Nagua, 82, and the Turks and Caicos Isles at 90 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Sunday in the northwest and central islands. Those winds going to be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Your low tide takes place at 9:28 tonight. It's another low tide at 9:24 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast, bombers also through Sunday. Southeasterly flow, 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet with some moderate swells out there. And in the tropics, we have our tropical depression number 17. It's now moving towards the west. We anticipate that it will make that turn towards the north, and that should happen sometime between Tuesday and Wednesday, and that should keep it well to the east of the Bahamas. So no problem for us with tropical depression number 17. Now, tropical storm Ophelia now over the Carolinas, continuing to move towards the north. Maximum sustained winds still hanging around 45 miles per hour, but further weakening of this system is expected. It will eventually turn northeast, and that should take it over the open waters of the Atlantic sometime. on Monday. And closer to home, we have that troughing across the Bahamas, which will be in place for the next several days, and that will continue to support showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, we're looking at a straight thunderstorms this evening, otherwise overcast condition with a low temperature of 78 degrees. And tomorrow, cloudy with a couple of thunderstorms, especially early in the day. The high temperature tomorrow, 86 degrees. And your extended weather forecast for the next 7 days, it seems as though we're going to have showers and thunderstorms remaining in our forecast right into the weekend. Temperature-wise, we're going to hold you in the mid to upper 80s during the daytime, and those nighttime temperatures, they will range between the mid-70s to low 80s. Jimenita?
Thanks, Basil, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.